All right, let's talk about a decision that can literally make or break a home sale before a buyer even gets out of the car. We're talking about exterior paint color. I know, it sounds simple, but you're about to see why picking the right shade is one of the most powerful moves you can make as a seller. So if you're thinking about putting your house on the market, this question has probably popped into your head. Should I repaint the outside? It's a super common project for homeowners to tackle before selling. And believe me, there's a very, very good reason for it. But you gotta know, the stakes are incredibly high. Listen to this from Realtor Tatiana Reyes Stefano. The wrong paint color can turn buyers away before they step inside. This isn't just about what looks pretty, folks. This is a straight-up financial decision that sets the entire mood for your sale. To really get why the right choices work, we have to understand the risks of getting it wrong. So first things first, let's break down exactly why this one decision has so much weight. You know, your home's exterior color is basically your number one marketing tool. It's the very first thing that hits a buyer. It creates that immediate gut reaction, that feeling of, oh, I could see myself living here. Or, well, the opposite. And getting it wrong can cause some serious damage. It can absolutely tank your curb appeal, create a negative vibe from the get-go, and even make buyers think your home is worth less. And in today's world, where everyone shops online first, if your house photographs poorly, you're losing people before they even think about scheduling a tour. Okay, so we know the risks. Now let's get specific. Up next, we're gonna run through the exact color families that pretty much all the experts agree you should steer clear of when you're trying to sell. First on the do not paint list, bold or neon colors. You know, think bright fire engine red or a super vibrant purple. Now, I get it, it might show off your personality, but for a buyer, it can just be a lot. It's overwhelming. Instead of noticing the great windows or the cool roofline, all they see is this loud, distracting color. Next up, let's talk about dark or muddy browns. These shades can instantly make a house look dated, you know, like it's stuck in the 70s or 80s, and not in a cool retro way. They can make a home feel kind of heavy and just less welcoming, which is the exact opposite of what you want. Now, this one might surprise you, because gray has been all the rage for interiors, right? But on the outside, cool-toned grays are really tricky. In the bright, natural sunlight, they can look totally lifeless, almost sterile or cold. They just don't have that warmth that makes a buyer feel like, ah, I'm home. And finally, we've got strong primary colors, like a bright crayon box blue or a loud yellow, and even some of those pale pastels. The issue here is all about context. These colors can look completely out of place with the green of the trees and grass, or they can clash with the other houses in the neighborhood. Your house ends up sticking out, but for all the wrong reasons. And this really shows you the disconnect, right? On one side, you have what the seller wants to project. On the other, what the buyer actually sees. You're going for welcoming, but they see harsh. You want your home to feel modern, but the color screams dated. The goal is always to look market ready, not out of place. All right, enough about what not to do. Let's flip the script and talk about the solution. Now we're getting into the good stuff, the colors that actually work and help you sell your home. And here it is. This is the winning palette, the colors that designers and real estate agents recommend time and time again. We're talking about those warm, sun-washed neutrals, soft beiges and taupes, muted, earthy tones that look like they belong in nature, and of course, those classic natural whites and creams. These colors are like a beautiful blank canvas that lets a buyer picture their own life there. So why do these shades work so well? Well, it boils down to three simple things. One, they actually complement the landscaping, the green grass, the trees, instead of fighting with it. Two, and this is so important, they look fantastic in photos for online listings. And three, they just age well. They have a timeless feel that suggests the home is a classic and has been taken care of. So all of this brings us right to the bottom line. In this last part, we're going to lock in the big strategic takeaway for anyone out there getting ready to sell. And here it is, the big one. A strategic, well-chosen exterior paint job is considered the single most powerful, most cost-effective curb appeal upgrade you can make. That's right, number one. For what is a relatively small investment, the return on buyer interest and a higher offer can be absolutely huge. At the end of the day, this is what you're trying to achieve. The right color sends a very clear message. This house is inviting, it's modern, it's cared for, and it's totally ready for you to move right in. It gets rid of a potential objection before it can even pop into a buyer's head. So, we'll leave you with this one question. Take a walk outside, stand across the street, and really look at your property. Be honest with yourself. Is your home's exterior color an asset that's drawing people in, or is it a liability that might be holding you back? The choice and the opportunity is all yours.